And I just created this account right here. Just created it. I just created it. And it didn't really, I didn't really get to move past this page. Immediately they blocked it. They said, let me go back to the page before what they said. I don't think it'll take me. It'll just stop here. They wanted my picture. They wanted this. They wanted that. The people who are hacking me, and I know someone is hacking me, because, like I said, Nerve Gorilla gave me some suggestions, and I made them. But I'm still having this problem. They're getting worse. It's like, I know the people who are hacking me. I know the, well, he wouldn't say hacking. I don't know what he considers hacking, but let's just say there's somebody, maybe you've cloned my hard drive, or they've cloned my phones, and they're doing things. So I'm not sure what's happening. I'll tell you something else is, it's getting worse, like I said. And I believe they have cloned my phone, because I can hear clicks somewhere. And I believe that it's like their devices, however they've done this, if they've rewritten codes, whatever they've done, I have no idea what the fuck they've done. If there's something on the phone that's just slowing it down from receiving information, or if they're intercepting, I believe it's the router, they're intercepting from the router itself. Because they did say this, the University of Iowa said this. I went through the whole thing, it was like an hour and a half or something. They said if there's somebody who can have access to your router, then you are screwed, basically. Because they filter everything. They filter what you see, which pages you're allowed to go on. They basically control your online world. And I believe this is what this guy has done. It's a guy with, I guess, a ponytail. Now, this is what had happened. Back in 2020, when I realized I was getting hacked, I did talk to a psychic, and I know some of you don't believe in psychics, but I do. And what he said was, and I know even if this was not realistic, they've made it almost come true like a nightmare for me. He said that the Mexican guy, the guy next door, had given somebody with a skateboard and long blonde hair something, given him, he didn't pay him with money, they paid him in some kind of drug to do something. Now I don't know what that was. They paid them to do something. Now I've come here, and I've come in and there is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've like 5 or 6 guys with the same thing. This same pony. It's like I've come smack dead in the central part of Oklahoma where they're at. There's no coincidence that I got here. I'll tell you something. Remember I told you before that I was pivoted here? There's someone who became a part of my life professionally over the last year, which is not just the fiscal year, but extending into next year. Or it started last year, basically. Not next year. Last year, next year. I said extend, so I'm thinking forward. It went back to next year. Last year. I'm having a brain fart. So I knew this individual back, I think, in April of 2022, and I always maintained this, that I've been pivoted. I've been pivoted here. Series of events pivoted me here. Now this was not the universe pivoting me here. They did this. They did this. They created this situation. I've been in situations where the universe pivoted me with people who are helpful. Nothing like this happened. These people are bad news. I believe they're pedophiles. I believe they're rapists. I believe that they're just, if they're into cannibalism, I don't know what they're doing. What I believe that they've done is that they've hacked into, you remember that guy Weinstein? They've seen what he did and they're practicing it. This guy Konopka, his name is Zachary Konopka, he said, and this was the cop, and this is not psychic, this is somebody who actually spoke with me on the phone. He said that these people they're getting teenagers off the streets. They're getting them off the streets and they're fucking with them. And they're threatening their parents, they're threatening their lives, they're threatening. I don't know if they're having men, if they're so tainted now that it's only rape can give them like a sexual satisfaction. I don't know what their people's deals are. I don't know what their deals are. What their deals are. These people are just like bad news. Bad news. He said that they're picking up teenagers off the streets and they're fucking with them. They're threatening them, they're threatening their family, they're threatening everybody. And when they do that is, I guess they're doing things to them. Or they're getting them to do things to themselves or other people. Now, let's just say it's their gang stalkers that they're hiring. You know, just the lackeys, basically. Because you have the bosses and then you have the lackeys. The lackeys, maybe, it's the same thing. If the lackeys are, well, let's say somebody hired one of them to just go to somebody's window and throw an egg, or tap on their window at night, or spray paint their wall, or spray paint their car, or key their car, or something like that, right? And the person said, you know what, and they give them some order that they are not in agreement with, and they said, you know what, this is too much. And they had the thought, well, I'm going to report this, because this is not just messing with this person, that's starting to mess with their property, that's starting to mess with the person themselves, and they're not going to go for it, because that's called murder or attempted murder. They would threaten them as well. They would threaten them. They would threaten their lives, they would threaten their family, they would threaten family members, they would threaten their health, their mental health as well as their physical health. So I'm not sure what happened here, but the thing is, and back in 2020, it's the same thing happened. So what's happening here is the same thing. These people are literally like threatening me that they're never going to stop hacking me and they're going to follow me. I want to go to Alaska. I don't know if, it's just like I need some fresh air. I need some fresh open air. Mostly I just want to, like, you know when you feel like you've been raped? Like you just want to run away. You just want to run away from them. Like you just want to run away. It's like you can almost feel the sweat off of their body. It's just, like, I don't know if it's a mental thing, but I can't take it. You can smell the sweat off their body. And they're just bad people, okay? They're just bad fucking people. They're bad news. Bad news. But what I was trying to say about the rape is like, one Saihika told me this since back in 2018, that she provides the girlfriend experience. They said they had four people, right? Four women. That they were keeping like under cups. I guess I was one of those women. And they're getting experiences from them. Now, I don't know what this broadcasting really is. Now, I don't know if they're broadcasting in the sense that they have hidden cameras and they're broadcasting it to some pay-per-view. I have no idea. But they have things where they're coming and it's like you can feel things moving like that in your neck, right? It's like things are moving around and there's nothing there. Kevin Christian talks about it all the time. You go to a doctor, they can't find anything. But you can feel it almost in a squeeze like that, right? So, it's like how many things would have happened to me since 2020? I'm hearing voices. I'm actually placing the people outside of me. I believe it's because of they're placed in different spaces, so I can see them in different places, these individuals. Because if you have had any family, you've had any interaction with anybody else in your life, and you're not like a single person grew up in a tower where you've had zero human interaction, I guess even interactions with animals would still suffice. Because they would have to know you to do this to you. It would have to be but somebody you know or have had come into contact with, or in the person in the tower's case, an animal maybe. Somebody or something you know. And you would make the correlation with the shit they're saying. See, people will give themselves away at some point. They do give themselves away. They can't stay hidden forever. They do give themselves away. And the amount of time they spend sitting on me with this, I've come to put faces to these voices, so I know who they are. Plus, combined with what Mr. Kanapka had told me. So what he paid this guy with could have been adrenochrome. It could have been something. It could have been anything at all. I guess adrenochrome. Let's look for adrenochrome here. Right? A-D... I think it's ADH. E-A... R-O-M-E, adrenochrome. I'm not sure if I'm spelling it right. Okay. National Institute of Health. This is a government website, so let's look at this one. Yeah, this the effect of adrenochrome on sympathetic nerve stimulation, or stimulation. Okay, where is it? See what this says. Okay, it's definitely more powerful in shortening the bleeding time than adrenaline. You see what it says here, like a suppression of the symptoms. Has the effect of adrenochrome on sympathetic nerve stimulation. Let's look at another one. I want to get to see what they could be doing with it. I'm not sure. Let's look at something else. It's something to do with the ear, something to do with your ear. Hold on. So whatever it is, it looks like they're using more and more of it. They're requiring more and more of it. Whatever the effects they're getting, they're requiring more and more of it. I guess it's just like cocaine or crack or something. They're addicted to it. Decreased, again, caused a decreased flow in the perfused ear. So, what does that mean? It has to do with what you're hearing? It was in the ear, so it's like when you're heightened, you can hear something. You can almost hear the pumping of your own blood. You hear like this, like there's a stuffy feeling in your ear. Okay. Let's look at it. This is kind of like I can't really see this. Let me see something at the bottom here. These are all sources that they are. That's on nerve stimulation. Let me see what they would be doing with it outside. Okay, let's look at that. This is Wired. The Dark Ages were rife with plague, fanaticism, and accusations that Jews secretly fed off the blood of children. Okay, so let's see. I don't know what these things are. '2020, like a lot of stuff started in 2020. The recent surge in interest can be traced to March 2020 and the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Celebrities posing picture photos of themselves at home looking less than camera ready were besieged on social media with accusations they were suffering from adrenochrome withdrawal. In their logic, shutdowns have stalled the adrenochrome child trafficking supply chain. By commenting on these posts, believers spread the adrenochrome hashtag to new eyes while harassing their targets. I believe that I don't know these people are using this, but I do know that there's people out there who are using it that are not celebrities. People with money, people with plenty of money will buy this and they will supply themselves with it. They will just gorge on it, and when they can't get it readily, they will climb in people's houses and take it. Just like a junkie. They need a fix. If you have a TV and you're leaving it on the tender, the door is open, they'll come and take it and sell it for $100 or $50 to get that fix. They'll do it. Will they go so far as to hit you or cause a problem like striking your body or damaging your body? They might not. Hopefully, 99% of the time they won't. But inanimate objects that has resale value, they will probably take it and sell it. You're talking about COVID now. No, but do some research about the adrenochrome. But that's what a friend told me. I didn't even know about it. I mean, I'm not I don't use drugs, so I don't know. But this one is saying it has an effect on the nerve stimulation, which is what I've been saying. They're affecting our nerves. They're making us angry. It's almost like they're playing with us. They're playing with us. We're getting angry, like they're controlling, watching one person go through a series of emotions and then stop. A series of emotions and then stop. To somebody who's paying, it's almost like a pay-per-view. And then you'll have people might be taking money. They're taking, well, I'll give you $200 to make him or her do this, or make him or her do that, or make him or her do that. It's happening to me, it's happening to Kevin, it's happening to a lot of people out there. It's called live streaming, it's called broadcast. That's probably what the broadcast is. I don't know. I don't know. But if this is probably what they said, okay, this was LSD, and careful attention is given to the clinical and the electroencephalographic changes, although the clinical changes of this reversal effect were immediate and striking. The conventional electroencephalographic changes were minimal, and it was difficult to assess them. It was noted in another recent study that mescaline failed to activate temporal lobe epilepsy, either clinically or the word I just said. Abstract. What's the next one? I'll read the full text. Oh, I have to subscribe. But this was since back in 1956. So people, you see what I'm saying? The effects of like LSD. So I have no idea. Adrenochrome. This is a movie in 2017. A young American veteran gets involved with a gang of Venice Beach psychos who are killing people to extract a psychedelic compound found in their victim's adrenal gland. Dark punk band from Oakland with members. Okay, I don't know what. Seems like this thing is drawing some attention. Okay, I don't know what happened there. what happened there? See, look at that. Well, okay, it's on Facebook. So, okay, I dropped the gun on that. Okay, I should get that on a different page, but I'm not gonna do that. So let's look at something else. Adrenochrome as a drug, as a street drug. This drug turned me into a robot, an actor network analysis of a web-based ethnographic study of psychostimulant use. So I'm going to cut the video now because do the research yourself. But what I'm saying is that I believe that, I don't know really what's going on, but I believe people who, and to get the drug it will require a lot of money. Because there are those who, as everything that is needed, you will find those who will supply it. And they will charge an arm and a leg to supply it, especially something that's illegal and something that you're harvesting from a human being. That is a bad thing right there, very bad. So I'm gonna cut this short now.